So, if I'm going to apply the Poka Yoke in a certain system with a sequence, like for example, if we're taking raw materials in a plant, and then it goes through some processes, process 1, then process 2, and then process 3, okay? And then it ends up with the end item. Here's the end item. Well, there's something that is common in the factories, which is the scrap rate. Okay, so we have a scrap rate, let's say 1%, 2% for this one, 3%. So what some factories do, they account for those scrap rates, okay? So if he wants to have, like, let's say 10,000 end items, then the input items will have to be more than 10,000, okay, for the raw materials. Let's say 11,000, okay? So he can account for the scrap rates, and this is how they act. But if we want to apply the Poka Yoke approach for the detection, this is the main aspect, then we would account for the scrap rates according to the rework station, okay? So we'll have to apply a rework station 1, and we have rework station 2, and rework station 3. Guys, is it clear for the people there? Yeah, okay. So the rework stations, after we use the Poka Yoke devices to detect these problems, we will have to correct it, obviously. So it will go to the rework station in order to fix these items. What's so special about using the Poka Yoke approach is that we can decrease the amount of input raw materials because we are actually reworking it and getting the end item. So we have decreased the cost. That's one approach.
So Michelle, sorry to interrupt.
Poka Yoke is an effective tool that helps to prevent, detect, and correct the mistakes or defects from a manufacturing process, and therefore improving the quality and reducing cost. There is one important, there's the second approach, which is the preventing when it concerns with people's lives. Like, for example, guys, I'm sure plenty of you heard about the cruise control system within the cars. Like, it is said that from every 10,000 events, there is one possibility that the cruise control in the car, which is the speed control, okay, it may sometime have a malfunction, which causes the car to just keep running without stop, because you have stabilized the speed, like let's say on 120, or you're driving from Kobar to Riyadh on 140 kilometers, so the speed is stabilized, so you cannot just release the speed. So in these cases, we are actually, we are mainly concerned about people's lives. What will happen if the speed has not been released? You may hit a lot of cars. So here, we will go to the prevention approach. We have to make sure that if we're actually going through a process of making or producing a car, there should be no scrap rates at all. We'll have to use the Six Sigma. We'll have to use some ultra advanced machines in order to prevent it.
Is there any more slides, or is this the last one? How many more?
Here's the last one.
Okay, so for me, what did he do really well? I love the energy. Presentation skills are very, very good. Okay, great engagement, great passion. It's how you say it, it's not what you say. But the benefit here is some of the content that you're given is actually pretty good as well. So I think you did really good.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's been the best so far for me in regard to content. You know, if you had a few more images and a bit more text going on, a bit larger font on the font, yeah, this would be nearly top mark so far. This is very good. Okay, so what I want is you come up with one question based around the content of your slides, yeah, that you can draft for me that has 5 parts to it. So it's not a simple. I will put it in the exam.